Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jennifer Jefferies, the present-day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. When it comes to weight gain, most of us focus on the obvious factors like diet and exercise. And of course, I bang on all the time about stress impacting as well. However, there's a less discussed and ever increasing concern and contributor, and that's obesogens. So obesogens are chemicals that are found in our environment that are messing with our natural body's hormonal balance, our metabolism, and fat storage mechanisms, and it leads totally directly to weight gain and obesity. So understanding where they are in our life and your life and lifestyle and how we can avoid and lessen the impact is what I'm going to talk about in today's episode. Let's go. So what are obesogens? Just think nasty chemicals that interfere with our body's normal hormonal systems, okay? And in particular, when it comes to regulating metabolism and fat storage. So they're found, oh my God, in everyday products, such as plastics. Yes, pesticides make sense, although, you know, the Roundup and all those things that are used on food, don't even go there. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, organics best, we know that. Or close to nature. Personal healthcare problems, it's amongst them, and even in some foods. So they affect our body by promoting fat storage. Why? Because they increase the number of size of fat cells and make our body more prone to actually storing fat. Why? Because they're interfering with hormones such as insulin, leptin, and our thyroid hormones, okay? And all which are vital to work in harmony to maintain a healthy metabolism. The other nasty thing that obesogens do is they trick our brain into feeling hungrier than it really is, which promotes overeating. So there's nothing good about these things. And our body kind of tries to protect us from them by wrapping them up in fat, visceral fat. Nasty. So what are some of them? Chemicals in plastics. I said plastics. So plastics, let's go there first. The old BPAs. And they're found in packaging like water bottles. The softer the water bottle, the nastier it is. I use all stainless steel water bottles. Plastic is, and the softer the plastic, the nastier it is, the higher it is in, and more chance of it mimicking estrogen in your body. Okay, and totally, really flexible plasticky water bottles promote fat storage. They do. Pesticides, organophosphates. So these are your pesticides and herbicides that are being used mainstream and have been for years. In Australia, we call it Roundup, nasty shit. And it's totally a metabolism disruptor. Okay. And the results of it are terrible. They're everywhere. By the way, as I record this, it's December. January of the year, I go and I search for the clean 15 for the year and the dirty dozen. So I'll do that in January. You can do it yourself in the meantime, and you can see the cleanest, least sprayed, least impacted crops in the world. Well, no, it's actually in the United States, but sadly, Australia has adopted the same kind of farming practices. And then the clean 15. So the clean 15 is the least sprayed, and the dirty dozen you want to just run from. And it's scarily, it's things like strawberries and stuff. So grow your own. All right, highly processed foods. So additives and preservatives. Artificial sweeteners, nasty. People just think, oh yeah, high fructose corn syrup. No, you know, in my book, Fuck the Stress, I absolutely list all the different artificial sweeteners, and I won't touch any of them. I'm a sugar person, or I'm a maple syrup girl, and that's pretty much it. I won't touch any of the others. Another hidden chemical that's found in so many foods, it's actually in drinks. Most of your packaged drinks contain benzoates. Now, benzoates absolutely can act as obesogens, and so they're altering our body's metabolism, or how our body's metabolizing sugar and fat. Same problem. Personal care products, don't get me started. I'm a naturopath and an aromatherapist. I make my own skincare and things. I make my own vegetable glycerin soaps. I do all that stuff myself because I just don't want that shit on my skin. So lots of your shampoos, cosmetics, lotions, skincare lotions, all those kind of things contain parabens and other chemicals that also work as obesogens. Have you ever wondered how your life could have been different if you'd had access to this type of content at a younger age? Look, this is why I need your help. I'm working to build the #1 platform that gives real and easy to integrate healthy life hacks and mindset to help you get well and stay well. This show only grows by word of mouth and new subscribers. It would mean the world to me if you could click the subscribe button right now, leave a 5-star written review, or drop a comment below. Share this episode with a friend and I would be forever grateful. Now, let's get back to this week's episode. The next one is non-stick cookware. Don't use it. They're nasty. I cook with cast iron, and you can do it and look after it easily. And I'm the biggest fan of cast iron. And being vegetarian means I get to pull up a little bit of extra iron as well in my food. But please, non-stick cookware has totally been shown to contribute for the PFASs that are in them, the perfluoroalkyl substances. PFAS, they've absolutely been shown to contribute to weight gain and metabolic disorders. So don't do it. So these nasties are absolutely impacting our health on so many levels, apart from weight gain. Weight gain is a huge one. However, obesogens also can contribute to things like high blood pressure, blood sugar imbalances, abnormal cholesterol, lots of things like that. Type 2 diabetes, hormones, thyroid, reproductive system, estrogen, testosterone, all of it. You're absolutely playing silly buggers with your hormones, and it's not cool. So we want to reduce. How do we reduce? Like I said, when it comes to cooking things, cooking cast iron, yes, or baked enamel or something like that kind of cookware. Use glass or stainless steel plastic containers. Don't do it in plastic. Or silicon is showing to be okay. Eat organic, as close to nature as possible. Wash your foods, all that. Drink filtered water, at least through a carbon filter is important. And read labels. Absolutely educate yourself, especially with personal, our home care products. Our skin is our biggest eliminating organ in our body. And yet when we go and clog up our pores with nasties, as an aromatherapist, I just cringe when I look at some of the chemicals that are in creams and lotions. Any cream and lotion, all it is a fat and a water mixing, and we use a wax of some description. So a natural one like I'll use like an avocado oil or a macadamia oil, something like that. I'll use a rose water, and I'll use a vegetable wax or a beeswax, depending on the thickness of the cream or lotion I want to make. Versus, what's it called? Sorbeline cream is petroleum oil, petroleum wax, and water, as well as everything else. So they contain the parabens, they contain the phytolates, and all these other endocrine disruptors. Please eat as close to nature as possible. All the things I talk about in my book, Fuck the Stress. Just go back to the way we were. I know it's like people go, yeah, but we've got all this modern shit. Well, the modern shit's not helping us. I was just about to say, go back to like my childhood. We had cast iron pans. We didn't have plastic water bottles. Like things were just organic anyway. It was in my childhood. Everything was just like, and we went to the shops. We had paper bags. It wasn't just plastic. Wasn't a thing. So I know they're here. I know it's here, and I know we all want convenience. However, it's really taxing our health in a big way. So think about looking in your day-to-day life where you can limit or ideally eliminate anything that's creating obesogens from the list that I just went through. Okay, even simple. Don't buy packaged, soft drinks and fruit juices. Oh my God, imagine a fruit juice in plastic bottle. It's a chemical storm waiting to happen. Okay, and it all adds up, it all compounds. So reduce or eliminate and get your hormones back on track, especially if you're trying to manage your weight differently. So, yeah. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review, have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. I welcome your emails, and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.